Good evening, Podcast Nation. How's everybody doing out there? This is your one and only, your boy Awesome Q, aka Coach Q. It's been a while. It's been a while since I did a podcast. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks. Why? Because I've been focused, business, busy, entertaining, building, creating, foreseeing into a bigger, brighter, badass future. So I hope you've been doing the same. Welcome back to Legacy Wealth Advantage Podcast, a podcast made for independent thinkers such as yourself. I want to thank you for tuning in as always. And guess what, people? The bell is back. School is in session. Let's go ahead and get some topics going on here. I'm going to have about a 15, 20-minute podcast session with you today. Today we're embracing failure, right? So why is the fear of unknown such an avoided thing as a human nature? I've tried to avoid it. You try to avoid it. When we know for a fact the things that damn near destroy us is what makes us better. It's a sad, horrible truth, and I don't know if I got any anime fans listening to this. It's kind of a weird thing to veer off to, but it's a cartoon called Dragon Ball Z. It's got these people in it, aliens, whatever, creatures. They're not really creatures. They're supposed to be humans with superpowers. They call them Super Saiyans. And what makes them so invincible, as far as why they have a whole show built around them, is the fact that they built their skill of developing to a better warrior race off of anger. The more they're able to tap into their anger, their passion to want to succeed, the bigger, better, faster. It's kind of like the Hulk. Everybody should know what the Hulk is. That's an American-made creature. The Hulk lives off rage. When he's calm, he's useless. As you can see from, what's the name of the movie? Jesus, where Iron Man died. In Endgames? No, that's not it. Oh my God, I feel so crazy on my own podcast sometimes. I know what movie I'm talking about, and so do you guys. So nonetheless, the Hulk is useless when he is not angry. When he is inevitably angry, he is a beast. He's scary. He's untouchable. He's a badass. What fuels the beast? What fuels us as a human race is fear. Just like with this COVID era, fear is driving us mad. It's driving us crazy. It's killing us. You know, it leads me back to a story or a book that I read that is called The Devil Advocate by Napoleon Hill. It's one of his secret books that are just extremely, extremely good, but a lot of people don't know about it because of the in-depths that it goes into. It's a book speaking on the facts of fear and how it is driven and ran. As far as the human nature, our mind is set to stay away from fear, stay away from failure. It's being taught in school. It's being taught in normal, everyday living. We don't like failing, but any supreme athlete, military professional, extreme one at that, knows for a fact failure is what creates success. You think about how to build the human body. Simple nature, simple scientific facts say you must destroy muscle, let it rest, and then it shall rebuild to a bigger, stronger, faster, better muscle. There's no difference with the human mind, soul, and spirit. You can't run away from fear. If you're struggling in life, if you're scared, if you're going through it, there is a way out. Beautiful thing Steve Harvey says that at least I know him for is, if you're going through hell, why stop? You either die trying to get out, or you settle and be comfortable. Nobody likes their feet to be on fire and hot. I suggest you to keep going. Don't stop in hell. Stop on the edge of it. Stop as soon as you get out of it. Don't stop in hell. Hell is all around us. Hell is this crazy reality we set in our head of where we don't want to be. But you got to go to where you don't want to be to understand why you don't want to be there and never go back. So it's a big fear of mine, right, of the inevitable to happen in my own personal life. One of my mentors is battling cancer in the midst of, I wouldn't say in the middle of his career, but his career is not yet defined as the man he wants it to be and where it should be. And we can speculate all day and all type of reasons of why exactly why it's not where it's at. But it's one of the reasons why I stress to myself, to anybody around me, and anybody that I want to coach to be successful in life: work your ass off for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, as long as you can. There will be a day where tragedy hits. And if it doesn't, good for you, but that's weird. Life is meant to have tragedies in it. Whether it's because the United States did something crazy, your country, your county, your family, your health. This guy, my mentor, he's I wouldn't say very healthy guy, but he's a pretty healthy guy. He goes on some extreme hikes. He used to be a extreme bicyclist. He doesn't eat the best in the world, but he damn sure don't eat the least healthiest either. He's a cook, so he's typically eating at home. That doesn't mean he's eating the best stuff at home, but he's not eating out garbage all the time. So, he's one of those 50-50 guys. In my opinion, since I know him, I would say about 60-40, 70-30 type of guy, depending on the week, the day, the occasion of what he's going to eat, healthy versus not healthy. And he just got random cancer, man. Doesn't deserve it, but it's life. What do you do when you got it? When you get it, you got to stop what you're doing, stop your business, and let everything play out. And his business is definitely taking an effect from it. It's a scary thing to be in. He has pretty decent health insurance. Health insurance in the United States, no matter what the hell you got, it's expensive. The damn bill's going to kill you if the damn whatever you're going through don't. It's ridiculous. So once you climb out of that hole, now you're looking at all the medical debt. You're looking at what you left behind, what you had to occasionally stop, pause, and keep going and try to persist through. It's tough times. We don't know what the hell is going to slap us upside the face as we go through it. But what I tell you is build something as indestructible as possible. So when it comes trying to knock that wall down, you have things in place where, guess what? You can kill off whatever the problem is. Right? You can kill off whatever the problem is. You got to listen to me on this. Because this one hit close to home. He's the first person I know besides my grandmother dying from lung cancer, which I put in my head a long time ago, 5, 6 years old, that she was probably going to die from smoking. And sure enough, she did. She died at a young age from smoking, stage 4 lung cancer. That wasn't as big of a shock, even though it did come out the blue, but it was. Immediately. That wasn't as shocking as this. This pretty healthy 45-year-old man, everything in front of him, just lost people around him, his father, etc. Just crazy, typical life stuff going on. And bam. Hey, Michael. Hey, sir, you have cancer. That is a Big Bang effect. It wakes up your eyes. It's like, damn. What did he do wrong? What could have done better? What could have he done better? We don't know. We can't speculate. We just know what he got and what happens next. The biggest fear for me is not building a big enough wall to counter that. I remember when I first started my business, prior to recently, finally getting everything I need from life insurance, health insurance, everything down to the T. The only thing I'm struggling to get still is dental insurance. When you're self-employed, you don't get shit, man. You do everything, you handle everything, and you fit it in the budget, and you make sure it fits the budget. It's one of the reasons why people are so inclined to go work from somebody. The benefits. Benefits aren't cheap in the United States. It's kind of one of those gateways to make it tougher for you to be self-employed / a business owner. So if you're going to be a self-entrepreneur or just an entrepreneur self-employed, you better be pretty damn healthy. And you better hope a tragedy to happen in the meantime. Somebody stab you, try to kill you, shoot you, a crazy health issue out the blue. You better be stretching, working out, exhausting that heart, eating pretty healthy. Last thing you need is a blender in the road. And people don't think like that. And that's why I'm talking to you today. You have got to think like that. If you're going to go complete self-employed and you know you don't have things in place, if you're struggling to pay health insurance, you got shitty health insurance like me. I got pretty decent health insurance for what I need. I don't need premium. I take care of myself. God forbid something happens to me where I should have needed premium. Shit, it was what it was. It was tragedy. You know what I'm saying? I got everything in place for typical stuff that I expect to happen from my daily lifestyle. I can't pay for unseen crazy, super crazy events. I don't want to at this point in my career. I don't want to give that money away, the $500, $600, $700, $800 for health insurance for crazy shit. So you gotta be realistic and you gotta take care of yourself. So it's kind of a business mastery mind, self-empowering podcast mixed with some health stuff, some health consultation. Because COVID is going to make every podcast pretty relevant when you're talking about health and why we are going through what we are in the United States. Whether it's fear, as far as psychologically, us not taking it serious, how many people are really dying from it, looking at the people that are obviously dying from it, which are the unhealthier people, people underlying health issues that are there, very big wise. Scary stuff like this. I mean, this is probably only just the beginning. I haven't seen yet. They say healthy people have died from it, but that's just our perspective. When athletes, military professions, and etc. reportedly start dying left and right from COVID, we should be scared. It's a pretty fucking strong disease. I haven't heard too many pretty well-off people dying from it yet. Not like money makes it real different when it comes to viruses. It just creates attention around you more of what are we putting, just attention of, this person's in the hospital, we need to watch 24/8. I haven't heard any athletes having really any complications from it. I haven't heard of an athlete being hospitalized for it. Why? These are the healthiest people in the world, man. Eat 100% specifically for a specific look, feel, energy, etc. And they work out. They work their bodies mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, whether it comes to health, your financial career in life, we all have fears. And they have to drive you in a positive way. If they're driving you in a negative way, you got to conquer that fear. I'm talking to an agent I've been talking to for months. I say, why won't you come on board? What's really scaring you from the opportunity? She said that right there. Fear. I don't want to fail. I don't know what to do. I just believe. And it's very hard to talk to people living in fear because it's like, what can you say? You can give speeches all day. Somebody has to wake up with that psychological shift of, hey, I get it. I know what to do. I see it. I understand. And, that just doesn't happen overnight for some people. You have to keep listening to things, keep hearing things, keep seeing. The only thing I can do is just keep tapping at the door. Hey, you ready? This is what's going on. This, and that. I think you'll be awesome with it. Why? This, and that. You just keep tapping on people's shoulders because if you keep shoving them, that doesn't work. Trust me. I've done it. I'm a shover indeed. I'm like, man, slap you upside the head. Let's go. You're crazy. You're wasting time. But what I have to learn as somebody that's been there before, we all been there, done that. Saying, I just haven't been there as much as most people, is the fact that, hey, you don't dwell on things. You're wasting time. And if I can do anything to help you today is stop wasting time on the scary stuff. You gotta fail. You gotta face the failures. You gotta understand that they're gonna come. Without them, you can't learn. You can't get better. You can't build. You gotta destroy the build. And when we rebuild, we typically rebuild bigger, faster, stronger because we know what caused the failure to begin with. Now, some people don't get fortunate enough to rebuild for whatever that reason may be. Again, we can go down a speculation list all day. But as long as you fail the right way, listen to what as long as you fail the right way, you'll always have a chance to rebuild. Whether it's for that industry, that skill set, whatever, you'll always have a chance to rebuild. Which is why I say you gotta find a lucrative skill set that can take you multiple places. You gotta find your niche in life and you find your why. And that's very hard to do. It took me a long time outside of sports to find my niche, to find my calling, to find my peace in all aspects of life, not just one or two of them, all aspects. My aspects of life are mental, physical, and spiritual plane. What's going to connect me, what's going to keep me at peace, what's going to help me build as I move through life in my 20s. It's such a beautiful thing to understand that everything I do may not seem like much to other people, but I'm building, and I can understand that. For when I look back at 40, all I'm going to do is cry. Because I can see it. I can see myself at 40 accomplishing 95, 98% of the things on my list and just sitting back crying, looking forward to the next 40 years of what I need to do to get back to people, get back to this earth, get back to this planet, get back to my family. Because you got to build, destroy, and go through it consistently, constantly, with horrendous, consistent effort. The fear of unknown can be avoided by finding the path or path. Listen to that. The fear of unknown can be avoided by finding the path or a path. It's kind of going back to that Matrix, whole sequel of events, Neo finding the path. You got to find the path to become the one. Once you find your path, nothing seems unknown anymore. You have a way, a swagger, a mission, a goal, an objective, no matter what word you use. Once you find the path, it's like Morpheus kept telling Neo, you are the one. Walk the path and it shall be clear. I cannot tell you how to walk the path or why to walk the path, but you are the one. When you learn how to walk the path, Neo, hence you being Neo, you won't need to dodge bullets. You won't need to run from the agents. You are everything that you need, Neo. You are the one. Walk your path and have no doubt and fears. And understand that as you walk the path, there may be times where it looks like you're going to fall. You may actually fall, but you got to get back up. So what, you fall down a ditch, and you may stay in that ditch for 2 or 3 years trying to climb back up. As long as you don't give up, that's all that matters. Get up, keep going. At the end of the road, it's everything you can imagine in life. Whether it's a rainbow, gold, money, strippers, drugs, I don't know. We all got a different rainbow or end of the road. But we all do understand that the end of the road will come. Because life and death is inevitable. Once you're here, you must go. All I'm saying is, on your way up, understand the things that you got to put in place to implement, or the things you have to put in place to implement a successful life, a successful strategic path of empowering yourself. Build hard, build fast, build aggressively, and don't let anything else stop that definition. The minute you take it easy on yourself, the minute you stop, you feel humble, you feel like the shit, and you start getting comfortable, get around better competition, get around better ballers, because I guarantee you, just like me, you know, I'm always searching for who's doing what, who's beating me, who's crushing me as far as selling annualized premium a month, a year, agencies. I'm nothing compared to what I need to be and where I want to be in my field. Not even an afterthought right now. That shit keeps me going. Now, I'm doing way better than where I was at the beginning of my career. I'm just learning, still soaking up knowledge, positioning myself around the right people. And guess what? I'm a freaking sponge, man. Bigger and better every single year. Bigger and better every single year. The system is getting better and better. More importantly, how am I able to duplicate that to other people? That's always been my biggest fundamental achievement of wanting to understand. How can I make my system duplicatable? If I can do it, awesome. If I can teach somebody else how to do it, I'm beyond awesome at that point. So, I'm coming up on I am past the 20-minute mark. Build fast, build aggressively, build with things on your conscience as far as your health, this world, reality. My guy, my mentor, never in a gazillion million years thought he would have caught cancer. Sure enough, he did. Caught it early. The battle looks good. Things are great, but guess what? It pauses things. It stops momentum. Because he has to take time off to focus on something. Because if he doesn't focus on it, something that's simple and very beatable can kill him. So you can't take too many things off his can't put too many things on his plate, because all we have is one defining the goal: is beat cancer, survive, thrive, and hopefully don't lose too many of your assets in the meantime. As far as the aftermath, never know how cancer, radiation, chemo, etc. treat you aftermath wise. And it's scary, and it's going to happen to all of us in some type of way and degree. Not cancer, but something. Tragedies, health issues, just something, financial issues, something. You have to be prepared for it. You have to understand that it's going to come. Build aggressively, build wide, build hungry, build like it's no tomorrow. Forget about going out. Forget about spending your money on bullshit. You need to make money, invest money, whatever's left over, then you spend money. Because we got to enjoy life. I understand that. Trust me, I understand that. It's make money, pay all your essential bills that are needed to keep you going, invest money, and then when you have some money left over, $200, $300, $400, $500 or $1,000, then you go play. All right, I can do a financial podcast next, but that's how it is. And typically, if I'm being like really, really onto it, which is super, super hard and aggressive to do, you pay yourself, and then I'll let you guys go after this. You pay yourself, pay all of your essential bills needed to keep you going, rent, food, etc., which is typically about $3,000-$4,000 for us, no matter where you live, even in the extreme crazy tax areas like California and New York. It might be $4,000 or $5,000 up there, to be honest with you, but typically it's $3,000 to $4,000 for a normal, non-struggling lifestyle. I mean, like with all the essential stuff like garbage, electricity, gas, if you got gas like me, food, rent, shit that we just gotta have to like be normal, right? You're not normal if you don't got water in your house or electricity. I'm sorry, you're not normal, because we need that stuff to think and function and be at peace. It's not cool sitting in the dark and walking around funky, point blank. So you pay yourself, you pay all the essentials. After you pay yourself, you invest and you put it in a real estate investment bank account like me, for example, or I got a couple of investment apps that I use, or maybe you like stocks, or maybe you like Forex trading. I don't know. Find what you like to do on the side. And then maybe because you're putting your money in the right things like Forex and etc., you got extra spending money. You got an extra $100, $200. It ain't going to be much. Unless you live in a hell of a lifestyle, it ain't going to be much that's left over after doing all of three of those very important things. Gotta be done. Because if you're not putting money in investment accounts and you're taking money to go spend on, like, you can do that once or twice a month. That's reasonable. We just got to turn up 1 month. Because, somebody came up with some tickets to this and that. Whatever. Cool. But the majority of your months, if you're not putting that in spending investment accounts where it's going to take care of your future for when crazy shit happens, or when you just grow old and retire, or God forbid become disabled early, which I run into a lot of those people, you're screwing yourself. And nothing I'm saying is easy. And the only way you accomplish that, if you work your ass off in your the right opportunities, such as Legacy Wealth, the best insurance, career insurance opportunity. We're in a very lucrative industry. This isn't the only industry, which is why I don't even always talk about it. But the insurance vehicle is a very, very powerful industry. You got a lot of things you can do on this earth that can make you a lot of money. The first step is you got to get $10,000 a month. The second step is getting $10,000 in clear cash a month after you pay all your expenses. Then you can start saying, okay, I'm going places. How do I multiply this? Because at that point in time, you should still be living on $3,000, no more than $4,000. $4,000 is a little up there. You may got a couple of kids, a family, etc. You should have $4,000 or $5,000 coming in clear cash that you need to be doing some stuff with. That's why I say 10. You got to think $10,000 a month ain't shit. It's only $100 and something thousand a month. I mean, a year. But once you can start clearing that much cash, and I'm telling you guys, it changes your life. You got to hear me. So in that case, topic of the day is fear, the unknown. Do not let it drive you. Let it motivate you. Don't let it scare you in a negative way. Let it scare you in a positive way. Oh shit, let me run away from that, because I understand that if I don't, I'm fucked in the end. Or let me run to it, because I understand if I don't, I'm fucked in the end. So I appreciate you listening. If you got fear out there, which we all do, I have fear of many things. And I understand what I need to do to either run towards fear or run away from it, because running away from it is pushing me closer to where I need to be. I have a fear of not making it before whatever craziness happens in my life. This don't get too deep into that of thinking, if I think that something's going to happen to me all the time, then I'm creating the problem. No, I'm in the law of attraction. That's not what I'm saying. Don't walk around fear-based. Walk around understanding that life is real. Things could happen. Things will happen somewhere in life. I need to be ready for it. To be freaking inevitable could happen to any of us tomorrow, right now, next hour, and you're gone. Do you have life insurance in place? Do you have correct investments in place? Do you have the will in place to how you want to leave the estates, the funds, the etc.? Wake up. Wake up. COVID-19 should have woke a lot of us up. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in this world. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in this world. There's a lot of people losing jobs, opportunities, and not knowing what to do next. Got to find your way out of the hole, people. I appreciate you listening to me. In school has ended. You people have a beautiful day. If you haven't followed us already, Coach Q at 123, Legacy Wealth Advantage on Facebook. Wherever you at, follow us. Wherever you at, have a good, blessed, safe day.